that she can't make it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to We All Going Down Wednesday. That's right. We back, baby. We back. Livingston, man, could you do me a solid here, my friend?
You want me to turn the cameras on?
Yeah, could you do that for the
Ladies and
folks?
gentlemen, live on the scene.
Yeah, we're here.
From the decline of Western civilization.
Yeah, it's all gone to shit, as you can see behind us.
On location.
It's gone to shit.
And why?
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Because we all gonna die Wednesday, Livingston, man. That's why.
It had to be today.
Yeah, had to be. So, the topic for tonight is we're gonna discuss leaks, not the ones you grow in your garden, right? We're gonna discuss some leaks tonight and how leaks in your boat can lead to something like this back here, right? That could happen. World War II. What'd they say? They said, loose lips sink ships. Shut your mouth.
That's it.
Shut your mouth.
Go
Mind your
about
business. Shut your
things
mouth.
that you're
right?
not supposed to talk about.
Yeah, that's the way things used to be, Livingston, man.
Maybe they don't hang up those signs.
But
in the workplace anymore?
nowadays, folks will, for some clout on the, Call of Duty server, we're going to leak classified government documents because, I got to get that street cred.
Some clout. Yeah.
All-American Prepper, welcome. Scotty Hummer, Jay Creature, Ghost Lincoln, Hunter25, Johnny Preps, Nostradamus, Betty Lou, welcome. Wolfang. Man, the list just keeps on going. Welcome, everybody. Love and life. My man, Marco. What's happening, everybody? I hope y'all are doing wonderful on this We All Gonna Die Wednesday. It was a crazy day for me. I was all over the map today, Livingston, man. All over the place. Running crazy. I gotta, keep the Red Bull, keep me going.
I straight up built a road today. Really did that.
Like
a farm road, but I mean,
a road's a road.
We laid down really big stones, and then we tamped like smaller stones into it, and then we built it up. Like I read the Wikipedia article on a Roman road, and then
built it
best I could.
Built a Roman road.
It came short in many facets, but the principle was applied.
Yeah. All right. He's doing the things. Livingston, man, could you do me a solid? Could you roll that beautiful bean footage, sir?
Boom. Just kidding. We're still here.
True story. So, yeah. Well, see, they're trying to tell you to throw money in the thing. YouTube streams ridiculous, man. They're always telling us to throw ads at you guys all the time.
I don't do it.
Every couple minutes.
Now would be a good time to insert ads. Well, over the theme music. What?
Yeah. Send
what are you talking about? Your marketing's all
where is Vision? I'm not sure.
Let me tell you about that Bud Light last night. Okay, I don't recommend it.
Not a good look for you, bro.
It's not who they partner with. It's not any of that for me. It's just that beer sucks. End of story. So, it's been determined, myth busted. Bud Light sucks.
Yeah.
So, we found that out.
Oh, Livingston, man. I got some mail today.
You got some mail.
Yeah, I got some mail today.
Wow.
So the FedEx man or the UPS man showed up to the house, and he was bringing in these big giant boxes. Jay Creature, thank you so much for your donation. Really appreciate it, brother. Huge boxes, 2 of them stacked. He couldn't even see over them. All the way up to the house, put them on the step. I'm like, whoa, what is all that? Well, all of that. Oh, look.
Censored.
Look.
You
censored.
Very cool.
Ah, that's
that
funny.
Works.
That's
the
funny.
AI messing with you.
Yeah, it loves me. It loves me. Anyhow, that's a big, square. See how I disappear? It's big.
Oh,
big
no.
square.
No.
Big square bucket of, yep.
Hold on. You know what? Let's try something.
Can't
Let's
do
try
it.
something.
Can't do it. Oh, yeah. Peak. No, see,
nope,
it's still doing it.
wow.
Base camp bucket. Peak refuel. Peak refuel. It's the stuff. It's in stock. We got it.
Peak refuel.
We got it. And as a matter of fact, we have some of their drink mixes as well.
Tell them what you got.
We've got the mountain berry packets. We've got the pina colada packets. We have one of the big old base camp buckets. Now this sucker is 24 servings. There's 9,340 calories in this bucket. And you've got a couple breakfasts, a couple lunch, and a couple dinners in here. So fantastic. And that's actually how I got addicted to Peak Refuel, was those buckets, man. I won one on Instagram, and I was passing them out and sharing them, and fantastic.
As far as freeze-dried food goes, I'm going to say it's the best I've ever had.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to go and be like, I'm addicted to it. No, I'm not going to go that far. But I feel you. Yeah. I understand. It's the best. If you're going to do that, and you cannot, budget.
It's not budget friendly.
Allows.
Yeah, it's not really budget friendly. That's for sure. But they are top quality. Top quality. If you guys are doing hiking or camping and you want to carry something lightweight, this is the stuff to take with you. We've got the breakfast skillet pouch, the mountain berry granola, the strawberry granola, the sausage biscuits and gravy. Slamming. Chicken Alfredo, beef stroganoff, sweet pork and rice, homestyle chicken and rice, and the cheesy broccoli chicken and rice. All of them are absolutely incredible. And I even got a couple of those Peak Refuel super long titanium sporks to go along with them, because you got a short spoon, you got to dig your hand down in there to get it out. Unless Jay Creature, it cut the thing off and just, savage.
Unlike another well-known brand, the Peak Refuel actually tastes like what it says it is.
Yeah, everything.
Instead of Mountain House, the texture's there, but the flavor's not.
Yeah.
So with this stuff, it's really good. It's surprisingly good. You're like, wow.
Yeah. Real meat, lots of protein. These things are fantastic. And we're excited to be able to bring them to you guys.
And nobody paid me to say that.
No.
I bought mine from him. And
I bought mine from them. And
it was
to bring
good.
them to everybody else.
It's the circle of life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're fantastic, man. And if you were going to have freeze-dried food, this is the stuff.
And so you're going to...
I'm a distributor.
And you're going to be somewhere with this
Absolutely.
stuff? When's that?
Absolutely. At the Prepper, I'm sorry, not the Prepper Yard Sale. The Bug Out Bag Weekend. That's right. Bug Out Bag Weekend. That's April 29th and 30th at the Hornet's Nest Paintball and Airsoft in Ankrum, New York. Come on out. Test your gear out. Try some Peak Refuel. We'll have it there. The breakfasts are pretty inexpensive. The entrees are a little bit more, but... MSRP is MSRP. But we can talk. We can talk.
I don't talk to people. Don't talk to me.
Behind the scenes, we can talk. Yeah. Some random dude. Yes, it is. And you caught it, my man. You caught it. Oh, wow. Create your free account, huh?
That's what you want to start with.
Yeah, we might as well. I don't know if they're going to let you pass.
Don't ever send me links from this website.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
There's
Wall Street Journal's
Democracy
terrible.
dies in darkness, and also, but here's a paywall. Thanks.
Yeah. Democracy dies behind the dollar signs, folks. We know.
Honest journalism, give us money.
So,
thanks. Anyway, so now I got to play,
MTG, right?
Look at you. Look, you did it twice to me.
Did I? God. Oh. The Wall Street Journal's got all the good articles.
Well, guys, down for 3. So from Barron's. Now, Barron's is, I don't know, a guy I knew swore by this news.
Oh, yeah?
Get
the
ready.
guys.
Taiwanese civilians are training for a Chinese invasion. They're taking those drills pretty seriously over there.
Yeah. No, they have to.
I would bet that China can't look at the situation in Ukraine and not be emboldened that, like, the big bad bodyguard, the USA, ain't going to step in and stop nothing. And if they think they can pull it off, they might just try.
Yeah.
And you see it around the world. Like, weak U.S. foreign policy turns into, like, everybody starts flexing their muscles.
Oh, yeah, it's a free-for-all. Without a doubt. Let's see. Eric says, I've heard that the Peak is better than Mountain House. Yes.
Yeah,
they
you
are.
just heard that.
They are at the higher end of the price
Eric, is
spectrum.
your volume up? We just said that.
They're at the higher end of the price.
Eric, I wouldn't pick on you if I didn't like
it's
you.
literally restaurant quality in a bag. I am not exaggerating when I say that.
He's really not.
It's like going to if you have the chicken Alfredo, right? And you imagine you're sitting down at an Italian restaurant while you're in your camp chair, hanging out around the fire, and you close your eyes and you taste the food, and it's like you're in an Italian restaurant. It's absolutely incredible. Anyway, back to Taiwan getting blown up.
Yeah, this here is not an infomercial for Peak Refuel.
Eric says the volume is great. 5x5. Awesome. Thank you, sir.
So yeah, anyway, like, oh my God, like, I was, what bugs me about the Taiwan situation is I was totally gonna like drive that way on my way home, but I guess now there's an invasion.
Well, so
I had to go around.
The semiconductors and the chips that they make in Taiwan.
They're chips.
It's the only place in the world that they make them, right?
That needs to change.
These are vital for. Well, yeah, supposedly we started something, but are we going to finish it? Supposedly we started bringing, this big semiconductor thing to bring all the chip manufacturing back to the U.S., right?
You want to be starting something.
I don't know
Somebody
that
get
it's going to happen.
The Peak Fuel link.
The Peak Refuel link is me. I am the Peak Refuel link.
There he is.
If you buy it from the website, you'll pay shipping. If you show up at the event, you can buy it in person and save yourself the shipping costs, right? So sooner or later on Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival.com, you will be able to purchase your Peak Refuel. But this is so new, I haven't even had a chance to get anything up on the website yet. So,
honest to God, it's not an infomercial.
No, it's really not. It's really not.
Somebody put the link in the comments so we can get past it.
I don't have one. It doesn't exist yet.
There's no link to this.
No.
There is one link to it.
His name is me, Mike. Hi.
You want this? You got to show up. All right, you're buying.
For now, you have to show up.
You're buying a censored product out of the back of some dude's truck in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, in the woods.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
That's how we know you're. That's how we know you're legit.
Oh man, Brett, welcome to.
Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta say the news stories are just boring, and I'm not mad, but no.
So
AI is becoming like a god. No, AI keeps moving faster every day. Every day.
Oh yeah, it learns. It was
like 2 weeks ago they were like it could like draw pictures. Now it's becoming a god.
Yeah,
ladies
now it's
and gentlemen.
a god. So I heard
frankly, I'm tired of it.
A theory today.
Current events.
A theory today from a good friend of ours in the chat. I will not mention his name. He didn't ask to be mentioned. But a good friend of ours in the chat said, "Hey man, what if this AI gets so big and so powerful and it starts doing things beyond everybody's control, right? So all of a sudden you can't tell it to do anything, right? You can't. It's totally doing its own thing." Right? You're hitting and Control Alt Delete, and the AI just keeps on going. How do you stop it? You have to deprive it of the power it needs to be alive. Right?
No, we go here every time.
You have to unplug it, but unplugging it would be
you blast it with an EMP, and then is the only way. Or you like blot out the sun so it can't like charge itself. But then they turn you into the battery.
But what if you just have to
guns and
turn the power off for the greater good? What if you have to shut everything down, or this thing is going to kill everybody?
I
right?
think
and get people on board with it's got to go, right?
I think Hunter is right. As is often the case, buddy. It is not. They're making it's a nothing burger. Okay, these Chat GPT things are like dumb for the most part.
Right. I worry about the ones that they don't tell us about.
If you ever tried to would you like to live chat with an associate when you're on like some business?
Yeah. That's AI. Yeah.
That's not a person. Hello, my name is Cheryl. I am here to help. No, you're not.
You're not real. You're not real.
He's right, and they're making a big old thing about it. And you can all they're proving is that indeed, you can program a computer to
do whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
To give you back the answers that you want it to. It doesn't prove anything.
I guess you're going to get out of it whatever you put into it. The more
every single time,
the more questions that you throw at it, the more spicy the questions are, the more spicy the answers are going to be. Right?
It's going to be made in the image of its creator, and that person is a human, and that person's not perfect, and that's where it starts. So at any rate,
yeah, man.
Stop with that AI. It's a distraction. It's a distraction.
He's trying to turn the thing off. It just won't turn it off.
I'm imagining Hunter like that guy in the background on Trailer Park Boys, like, it's a distraction. All right.
It is. It is. Everything. Basically everything that you see every day that's not,
That's a cool picture. Right?
Oh, you're going. Yeah, you're going.
Just not enough hands, though.
It's the black hoodie.
I'm back.
It disappears.
Pretty bad out there. Global warming.
Yeah, man. It's to think that it could get out of control. I mean, I'm always a guy who thinks about the worst possible case scenario and then say, okay, that's the extreme. And then the other extreme is nothing fucking happens. Right. The other extreme is absolutely fucking nothing happens. Everybody's fine. And we just keep on going on. And yet we survived. You got another apocalypse notch in your belt because we survived the AI hordes. Right. We did it. Woo. Survived the AI hordes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all gonna die Wednesday 31.
Yeah. This is the Indivisible.
We have survived the AI hordes. We have predicted we all gonna die Wednesday 31 times. It didn't happen, but it's any day now. Indivisible, we called it that because 31 is like a prime number or something, I think.
Yeah. Prepping Mantis says the Livingston man's hands loved you in the Addams Family. Grateful Preps. Yeah, like Y2K. I think when I looked them up once upon a time, it was like 56. I think it was 52 or 56 end times prophecies that since the day I was born until that particular day, I had lived through what people had deemed 52 different end times prophecies. I made it.
I wonder if we possibly own the record for most failed prophecies in a row. We have, for 31 weeks in a row, have decided that we all gonna die on Wednesday. And haven't, and you're all still here.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Believe in it.
Yeah, we're looking for the Guinness Book of World Records.
I think somebody should call them up. Just like ask them, is this a thing?
Yeah. How many consecutive weeks can you say we all gonna die and have it not happen? Jay Creature went to work highly intoxicated on Y2K and survived. That's fantastic. That's the way to go. I mean, if you're gonna be at work, you might as well be, two sheets to the wind, right? Hell yeah.
There was like one computer in like the whole world or something that like actually was affected by the Y2K virus. It changed the date to 1/1/1999 1.
Oh, it was
just added
a 1. Wow.
Smash that thumbs up. Is there any moderators in the house? What happened to Hunter? Didn't he wield the Blue Wrench?
He's here.
He's Blue Wrench Mafia.
He's here. He's not always chatting.
He was all mad about it. It's a distraction. He was yelling in the back.
Well, I believe that everything we see every day is a distraction, from baseball to football to wrestling to everything. The Constitution. So the Constitution was designed for us to keep an eye on it 24/7, 365. It was our job to be eternally vigilant over our government so that they could never become what they have become. And we utterly failed at that. So
it goes all the
now
way
it's
back
just
to like
more distractions.
The giant machine was built, before our time. We were born into it.
Mm-hmm.
And when people talk
it's the life that we know, not the life that we need.
Right. And
Mad Chad in the house. What's happening, brother?
you know, there's a sense of like, what can you even do? And you can't do nothing.
Prepare. That's all we can do. That's all we can do, guys.
You can do that, but what you need to actually make something, you can hunker down and get hit.
Sure.
But if you ever intend to change it and stand up and rebuild it, it takes I ain't going to do nothing.
No, you need a community.
We do all kinds of things. We can do anything. That's every individual's dumb, weak.
Oh yeah,
Come
as
together
a group, we're strong.
group with like minds strong. Like,
Absolutely.
can accomplish
Absolutely.
change. That's what we need. We can bitch moan about the news all day, but we're also the ones like that let ourselves be affected by it. Everybody's like, I don't watch mainstream media. No, you watch Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, and we all gonna die Wednesday. So
yeah, it's true.
you're still getting your filtered out news through us, and you're like, oh my God.
Well, some of it. I think, you know, some of these guys will touch on these topics. Some journalists will run a story in their obscure newspaper, but they got some real substance to it. You know, they did some real investigative journalism, and it's so rare anymore that we have to dig for this stuff. We got to really look for it. You have to dive
together
into
strong.
Yeah, you have to dive into the abyss of the internet to pull out the factual pieces and the real stories that are out there. Otherwise, you get fed that same. It doesn't matter what news channel you're watching. The main storylines are all the same on all the news channels. Yeah. This is what you're being told.
It's called Associated Press.
And then they throw a little bit of local stuff in there. You know, crimes
Maybe a little
and accidents.
Feel-good story, although you hear less and less
of course. Yeah, no, it's all doom and gloom anymore. It sucks. It sucks. I mean, and it takes people like James O'Keefe, and it makes it seem like it's so extreme what he's doing. But that used to be the common thing, ambush journalism. You got to catch these folks off guard and get their real...
Ask loaded questions. Get them to answer like without asking them the question. Like, you know.
Yeah.
It's frowned upon. How dare you? I wasn't prepared for the interview. How dare you?
Yeah,
like, you know,
it's crazy, man.
But what you find out is that for better or worse, you get the truth. Like, well, you like to think in those sorts of
those
confrontations.
Natural interactions.
Well, you get inside the mind of the subject and.
Yeah, but that doesn't exist
rather
anymore.
than the face they're prepared to put on for the camera and say a thing, you know. Let's say they have. Well, I have like as Hillary Clinton most eloquently put it, she has a public position and a private position on the matter. Which, you know, so in politics, I blatantly vote against myself or vice versa. Like I'm somehow able to quiet my own conscience and vote against my own heart.
Yeah, to go with what's right.
Right.
Yeah,
the smoking man from the X-Files said, "Who are you to decide what's right?"
That's right.
And Fox Mulder said, "Who are you?" It's dramatic as hell.
It's because he scared him.
That was his father.
Let's see, where'd he go? All American Prepper says, "Just keep prepping and keep training," and that's exactly what everybody needs to do. Just put your head down. We know that there's bad things that could come. It's important to peek out from what you're doing and see what's going on. But put your head down, get your preps, you know, topped off, get them sitting real pretty where you're comfortable.
Know your people. I'm telling you, like
make friends and train with your survival gear. I don't care what it is that you plan on using. When the shit hits the fan, you better know it inside and out, upside and down, day and night. In the dark, you better be able to do it without any flashlights. Figure it out now before your life depends on it.
Absolutely. And, you know, don't be afraid to, like, get to know people. Like, there's no reason that just because a person doesn't agree with you on every single point and every single yup, you will find
we're not going to agree on every point.
You find that relationship to be boring.
Yeah.
You kind of want somebody who's like, nah, man, like, F that. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, you know, and then because then you get a different side and, like, you know, otherwise you end up with what's called, of course, an echo chamber where everybody's just a bunch of parrots saying the same crap. And if nothing else, it's boring. And at worst, it's just stifling and you blah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Let's see. Terry Johnson, welcome to We All Gonna Die Wednesday. So where do you think, as a society, if they bring about this whole cashless thing, this is more of a question for the chat. I want to know from you guys. Do you think the underground society will thrive, or will everybody bend the knee and decide to keep living with their digital tracked and traced every dollar through this thing? I know it's not coming yet, but theoretically, give me a 1 in the chat if you are going to dive headfirst into the beast system. Jay Creature jumped the train there. Dive headfirst into the beast system.
1 in the chat. He's like, okay.
Give me a 0 in the,
in the chat
if you will do the underground thing. If you are going to find a way that's outside of that system, and do it a different way. So 1s and 0s for all the computer folks out there. A 1 if you're gonna abide by the beast system. A 0 if you're gonna be the barter king moving forward of your neighborhood. Oh, lots of zeros. Hang on 1 second. I want to see. Lucky Dane put a good comment in there. Where did it go? Did I go past it? I went right past it.
Right past it. Back up.
Oh, goodness gracious. There. I'm terrible. Where did it go? Where is it?
It's right there.
There it is. Just because someone has different views and beliefs doesn't mean they're a bad person.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
It's, and if you would see some of yourselves on Facebook, you'd think that some of you guys really didn't think that.
So a lot of people put up their 1s and 0s. Now, I think it's going to be important for the folks in the underground to have people who still live in that system, that we can get things from the system back to the underground. I think that is very, very, very important. Mage says, Hudson Valley merch. There should be a little banner thing below your live stream with all of the Hudson Valley prepping and survival merch. Teespring, baby, Teespring. Marco says, 0.5, I'm coming back out with a bunch of stuff for everyone. See, got to have people with a foot in both worlds. It's going to be hard to pull off, and I don't know how it's going to be done yet, but I think it's something that we all need to sit down and think about how these things could possibly play out. It's important to war game as many scenarios as possible when you think about these things, because there's so many aspects to it, and these are the great campfire chats that we have at these events. We sit down and talk about this crap, and how would you do it? How would it work? Barter is a great way to do things, but sometimes your worth is elevated in price and they don't have the means to pay for it. So a lot will come out of good faith in people and doing right by others. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, especially if you want to disconnect and live that life. My Skydive says, we will have to comply to pay bills, but other things use the underground and bartering. And I think that's how a lot of people will get ahead, is getting the things from the underground. But I really do think it's going to, if they do it, it's going to create it, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
This would uncertainly cause an extreme disruption of and I think what you'll see is a similar rollout and response as we saw for the V scene, where some people will fanatically accept that,
this is what it is. It's gospel.
Give me that.
It's gospel.
Give me that digital member. You know what I mean? Let me get that. And then there's gonna be the people I ain't ready for that yet. I ain't ready for that yet.
All American
Prepper
Prepper
says,
push
them and pull and prod, and then people will be, well, you can't work. Well, you can't eat. Well, everything's really difficult. And you're just coerced along until you're finally left with the pure money bloods that's still out here using gold, and Hunter's eating it. He likes it. He chews on it. He can't get enough. But those people will be, I think, unfortunately, few and far between. We're talking, I think, a 1 5% of the population will
Right.
refuse the digital currency.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll give them 10. For so many different reasons. But most of them will be the same reason that they were mistrustful of the VC. It's so many parallels to what people consider to be extreme overreach or even biblical prophecy.
Well, a lot of people look to, China has already implemented this whole social credit thing, and the way things are done over there, they look at that system and they're like, wow, this is how far it could go. I don't want to be part of that at all. So all you can do is retract and go a different route with it. It's tough. Hunter says he's more of a silver person.
He sprinkles a little gold on his silver. Like, it's been a good day. But yeah, that's what I think. There'll be so many reasons, but again, it'll be these same conspiracy theorist, fringe extremists who are like, but it's not real, and they'll be proven right again. Like a lot of them have been in the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, Patty S says she's old enough to remember when people couldn't afford to keep their houses, so they put illegal apartments in. You have to look to the past to know what's coming in the future. In the past, we've been through really hard times, the Great Depression and things like that. Terrible times, ration cards, things like that during the wars. You look back to that and you say, man, there's so many more people now than there was then. And when they were barely able to get by back then, what's going to happen now?
The money that we're so worried about isn't even real.
Yeah.
It can't exist. Not for all of us, not for everything we have. And the illusion is that you have to labor and contribute to have things, but there has to be a surplus in what actually goes into it, money-wise versus whatever we call it, the economy and production figures. People are hungry in countries, but there's grocery stores completely full of food. So there's clearly a reason why some people can have food and some people can't.
Because my money, bro.
Because of a thing they can't eat.
Jay Creature said the $1,000 I handed the plumber this morning felt real. I'm sure it did. I'm sure it did.
Why did it feel real to you? Was it the physical, actual pieces of paper, or was it because of what it took you to get
emptiness.
that?
Yeah, it's the emptiness that all of your hard work went into making that, and now poof, it's gone, just like that.
Now, under a different system, would it have say? Oh, so take money out of the equation. Let's delete it. And what would you have paid the plumber, so to speak?
Yeah, barter items, right?
How much is his labor worth to you versus how much is his labor worth to him? And where do you draw a line? And it's all pure speculation. Nobody has any idea what an actual post-apocalyptic society and, of course, economic system is going to look like or rely on. So we can all talk about I would have just gave him a bag of bottle caps and told him to be on his way, and stuff. I would just killed him when he was done working on the pipes, and whatever.
Put him in the basement,
but
right? Put him in the basement.
Of course, we're all just talking here. It's all imagination stuff.
Love and Life says, one world government, one world currency. It's coming guaranteed. Hey, it's written. It's written.
Now, our good buddy Hunter, but what about the money?
Yeah. Well, that guy says I wouldn't enjoy handing him 40 ounces of silver either.
I'm reminded, because I'm reminded of images from every country's extreme depression where wheelbarrows full of that paper you handed the guy.
Yeah, it takes wheelbarrow to get a loaf of bread, right?
So oh man, at least I saved up cash, and it's probably, I figure, not the best thing to really.
All American prepper said the Livingston Man catchphrase. What is it, Livingston Man? You do what?
Can't eat it, drink it.
If you buy real shit with the fake money before it's not worth anything.
There's also that.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it. They will not come and try to repossess your mountain house.
And I tell you what.
Your peak refuel, and this would be a great time.
You can hide right behind it because it's so camouflaged.
Is there something we can do?
No, there's nothing he can do.
This is unbelievable.
The AI says the peak refuel shall not be seen. Yeah. It's a base camp bucket.
I wish we could show you guys, but it is just not.
It's the base camp bucket. Mrs. B Local, welcome to We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Yeah, I can't. That's crazy. The camouflage in that bucket,
Apparently,
worth the money alone.
It's AI proof.
Let's see. Jay Creature says, go into a nursing home. The government gets all your cash and no one can afford assisted living.
I'll tell you what else they do is they not only seize all your cash, but whatever investments. They
take everything.
We're going to take care of you till like end of life.
Yeah, but we take everything.
What they'll end up doing is, that's not just like your house, your this, that, the other thing. They auction your estate.
Yeah.
And
sell it all off. It's despicable.
Ma Dukes worked at a place, and that was how it worked out at the end. But
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
not saying people were unhappy with where they ended up, but I can't speak to it. I ain't never been in no nursing home. I feel like they'd have to chain me to the floor because I'd be like trying to relive my glory days and like escape.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Livingston Man, escape from the nursing home. We should make that movie. That sounds fun. Like, I wonder if they let me go in the nursing home.
Ooh, Big Chap says the haves versus the have-nots. Pirates will be a big problem.
There's going to be a whole eat the rich mentality, kind of some French Revolution vibes where we're like big mad at the big money. I can't believe we're not yet, but okay. Okay. Elon Musk, though, it's my bro. Yeah, he knows your name, bro.
We often talk about the frog in the pot theory, right? So slowly it comes, you see the little bubbles in the bottom of the pot, right? And then you see some more bubbles and then some more bubbles. And then all of a sudden you got a little bit of a boil going and then boom, like that, it's a freaking rolling boil and the pot's going over, right? Pretty fast. So slow at first and then fast. When we hit the fast part, I think it's going to be really fast. The undoing of the clock spring, so to speak. It's going to be a violent explosion. It's not going to be good.
I met a person who told me that it's actually going to be a really good thing. Like that all this electrical infrastructure and all this stuff, they're gonna turn it off.
And reset society that way.
They're going to turn it off and it's going to cause like a bit, and then they're going to turn it back on. It's going to be a glorious new world that we won't be able to believe.
What are they going to fix everything while it's down?
Yes, they're going to turn it back on, and it's going to be
better. Yeah, everybody loves everybody.
A brave new world.
Yeah, we're going to go back to the discotheques with the laser lights.
I was like, that sounds amazing, but at the same time, I kind of looked at this person as like I'm waiting for the punchline.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Anyway, whatever way you feel about it, like a reckoning is coming.
Well,
see what's behind us right here? I feel like we're going to see this like in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Why, how, I don't know. But what's going to be interesting is the revolution, the evolution, the de-evolution will be televised. We're going to get to see it. CNN will be there with advance notice, as a matter of fact.
Oh,
like
they always got the in. They always got the in.
We were in the area.
That guy says, will the junkies be able to use the CBDC? See, the CBDC's job is to undermine the black markets to the point where they can no longer exist.
Right, that's part of their universal health care.
Make the dollar illegal.
That's not drug addiction, that's now health care. Do you see how this works?
Hunter says the next pandemic lockdown will cause the total chaos.
They already saw what they could get away with, and to act like people are going to rise up against another one, they won't. They come out with those paintball guns and them batons, and you'll go back in your effing house.
Mage says the NYC beef tax. Livingston, man, you're going to have to take the old keyboard on that, because if they're going to tax beef in the city, try and tax people out of eating beef, that's just craziness.
Well, I want to know the reasoning. I feel like New York,
because Macau farts, bro.
I don't know. As a proud New Amsterdamer, you're talking to a guy that thinks New York City ought to pay us taxes on everything.
Yeah,
I mean everything. I want to come to your city and go to a museum and see New York, and I gotta pay $20 to cross a bridge. Ha ha! You got to pay $20 a pound for beef.
Yeah.
How's that for a Bronx cheer? Okay. Now about this beef tax, because now I'm for it.
Yeah.
I'm for it. NYC. I should have put right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm still in training, boss. You have to train
You're all
your
good,
AI
bro.
to work
You
right.
got this.
I don't need to see that. I don't see it. Well, see the thing with that.
Oh no, I think it's the Brooklyn lawmaker one.
Boom,
Let's see.
Andrew
Wants a 25-cent tax.
That's for Amazon deliveries. Jump the gun on that one.
yeah.
It's a good thing we're not screen sharing this, guys. All right, now listen. I don't know where you. Is this it? Yeah.
Well, this is from 2019.
So what's the
NYC's mayor's Green New Deal was to cut beef intake into the city.
make that person explain themselves? You know what? It's their headline. I don't work for you. Whoever you were that said that. Now, whether it's a Wednesday or it's, statistically we have proven before that it's actually a Monday that'll get you.
Yeah. Winning Streak wants to know how much are the old. Oh, see, they got. Look, there they are.
Got him. He broke through. Take him down. Shut it down. He knows.
$15.16 for 20 of them.
Better not show y'all kids.
$15.16 for 20 of them.
And see, I have the. Let's see if I can do these ones. Okay, see, I do
Love and Life says, peace out. See you guys at the Bug Out Bag weekend, God willing. Hey, safe travels, guys. Looking forward to seeing you there.
Now, they want to straight up ban his version of this at the federal level, but not this one.
I'll riot.
Do you know why?
I'll riot.
Not because that one is more or less healthy than the other one. They're not good for you. We all know this. Why they want to make this one illegal is because it
disproportionately affects black and minority communities.
Like Mike here.
Yeah, I fit that narrative to a T.
It's an absolutely racist and stereotypical generalization on whoever would propose such legislation. You have got to be kidding me. What did you just say?
Yeah.
But no, they were like, no, it's...
Jay Creature says, how much money a year would you save not smoking? A lot. And when I do quit, I look forward to taking a hella vacation that first year. Believe that. Hella vacation. Bro, I'm going somewhere like real fucking nice if I can't have cigarettes. That's for sure.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to go to like a virtual reality, like, I don't know, heaven or something, and just detox from. And that's what's terrible about it. In the same way that, I could easily say that alcohol, one, it's almost universal availability.
Okay.
It's completely culturally acceptable. See, they blotted this out a lot less than they did the peak refuel. It's part of our sports. As Americans, it's part of our national identity. If you're especially a conservative type, some sort of blue light beer is in your repertoire. But it's completely socially acceptable. So we laugh at the Russians, like 1 in 3 of them is an alcoholic. But I mean, the statistics for America are practically the same by the definition. Like, I could easily drink 3 or more alcoholic beverages in a day. I'll drink 3 or more alcoholic beverages in an hour. I think it's time Americans got off the high horse. Realize that our just entire system is just bad for you. We laugh at the European Union, call it socialism, because they don't let high fructose corn syrup in the food. But then you go to Europe, and I'm going to say it, there's like no fat people.
Yeah.
That's not me saying that. That's fucking statistics say that. That's, you go there and see it with your own eyes, says that. I'm not shaming anyone except this entire
system,
umbrella bubble seal that we are all stuck under as Americans. Land of the free, anything but.
Oh, guys, everybody keeps saying smoke weed instead of cigarettes. Man, if I smoked that much weed, dude, I wouldn't even. You do smoke that much. I wouldn't even function, man. I wouldn't even function. I wouldn't be able to get up.
Listen, Livingston Man would not be a YouTube personality. He'd be a headline if I didn't smoke, bro. Livingston Man did what Florida Man would be an afterthought. Like, who? Oh, yeah, it's Livingston Man's son. Like I said, I ain't
Robert
ashamed
says,
of-
I think there's something in the booze. Hey,
I'm not
totally could be.
High fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
We should use that
They main vein that shit.
craft beer. They made that. If you guys want to hate about gay beer, have you ever seen craft beer? That's gay beer. That's real gay beer. That's gay beer. That's gay.
Get into the craft
All right.
beers.
Is it good? I don't know. Can't drink it. It's just 18% alcohol. This is a bottle of wine, son. That ain't beer. But just saying, the life partners that made that, great, nice guys, and you should come out for their freedom to, tote AR-15s and brew beer and be married as two men.
Jay Creature, if you come to the campfire, my friend, I'm sure I can find somebody who can help you out. At 51 years old, he wants to try the green stuff for the first time. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. It's legal. Everybody.
We'll hit him with that wheelchair.
Yeah, and tomorrow's what? 420, 419 today. Tomorrow is 420. Happy New Year to everybody who celebrates. Wolfang says, weed just makes me hungry. Yeah.
What a side effect. Oh, gosh. Listen, I heard a commercial on the radio, and of course, we all did. If you watch TV, you see them repeatedly. Ask your doctor if the unfucking pronounceable word is right for you. You know what I'm saying? You're like, who even comes up with this? The same people that name colors, I think. They're like, do Suba Duba Flux, and yeah, cool. What's it do? They're like, we don't know. And here's the thing: ask them if it's right for you, because. And here's the side: like, what it cures hangnails. They're like, what does it cause? They're like, well, you might, the worst. You could die. They said this drug is supposed to treat rheumatoid arthritis, but
it will kill you.
Tuberculosis
and death.
Tuberculosis, cholera, ancient Oregon Trail fucking illnesses, bro. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
So that's the whole side effect. The side effects are worse than the cure.
Oh, my hands hurt. I should probably get cholera. You gotta be shitting.
Well, the pharmaceutical company is going to give you cholera.
This is America. They can do that.
Yeah.
People said, why would the doctor prescribe you that awful medication? Because they pay him to do it.
That's right. They send him on a vacation if he gets enough of them prescriptions out there.
Timeshare in Miami.
It happens.
Hookers. Okay. Doctor.
Oh, good Lord.
It's off the rails, Michael. We got what 13 minutes left. Shit. Well, it's gonna be a long ride down this hill. I'll tell you.
Send it off to the chat. What's the next topic, folks? Let us know. Tell us in the chat what the next topic is.
Why y'all mad?
Coffee First says you need a pill for the side effects from your pills. That's true. That's true.
I treat the symptoms with a newer, better medication that also. Well, you got high blood pressure. Oh, it's too high. You got to take this medication to bring it down. Oh, not quite.
Yeah. And then just take this one and we'll bounce it back up.
You need a balancer.
Uppers and downers, and uppers and downers, and uppers and downers.
You know what? We're going to find you the right dose that makes you feel good.
That's right. We're just gonna work it out.
Oh, that medication didn't work. Stop taking it immediately. Switch them up.
Ghost Lincoln says 1 joint later and all the peak refuel meals are consumed.
And you don't care what it tastes like.
Good Lord.
You don't care what it tastes like. You're like, look.
My rash went away, but now I have anal leakage, says Mr. B Local. See, we're just going to have to adjust your dosage. Let us know when it stops.
I don't know, just
That's crazy.
With proper diet and exercise, we could have avoided the tuberculosis, the anal seepage, and all this if we just maybe washed our hands and
Mage says, any events in May? I don't think we have anything going on in May. I know first weekend in June, I will be at Vision Preparedness's Bug Out Bag Weekend in Dayton, Ohio. I will be teaching a bug out bag class that weekend.
Well, NYC Prepper, holler at your boy because, do some barter on that.
Oh, good Lord. My mother Spark says Livingston has anal leakage after his choice of beverage last night.
Oh, no,
Oh, got him. Oh.
We're going to get back into it, but it wasn't... If you saw what happened last night, don't do what I did. I did it so you don't have to, and now you know.
There you go. There you go. Ghost Lincoln says, looking forward to it.
I chose a different, same colored beer. That's no different. Probably has.
Winning Streak caught a case of SRD. She's got to go get herself some medication to clear that up.
What's that?
SRD. It's some random dude. Yeah, get yourself a case of SRD.
Got caught.
That'll get you. That'll get you.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Jay Creature says bug out bags are the mullet of this generation. Yes.
Having cargo shorts, especially dudes that wear them with those buckle-on sandals, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No. One or the other.
Smokey Blazer says, where is the bug out bag weekend at? What state? So
I'm not telling you.
We have one here in New York.
You don't get to know.
Last weekend in April, the 29th and the 30th in upstate New York. There is one in June. Vision Preparedness is hosting a bug out bag weekend in Dayton, Ohio, first weekend in June. I believe it's the 3rd and the 4th, or the 2nd and the 3rd, something like that.
I believe you. But my Tommy gun don't.
So I agree with Jay Creature that bug out bags have become
like some hipster shit? Yeah.
Well, they've become something much bigger than what you really need. And I think it's important for everybody to start their bug out bag with the basics, the very basics. You want to get into those, the C's of survivability, they call them. That's a Canterbury term.
If any of you were ever Boy or Girl Scouts, like think back to like that original training. Like you honestly don't need much. The entire game, as we always say, is very personal and how you intend to confront the situation.
Absolutely.
There's really no rules to except the ones you're going to make up for yourself, but make sure you know how to play the game that you're designing and making up the rules for.
Yep.
I myself, a true bug out fashion, when we come up to your events, we try to do it about what we feel is going to be realistic. Like, okay, like something has happened, we had to leave and we go to a meetup place.
Yep.
I just kick it in the back of the vehicle.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're able to get your vehicle to where you're going, that would be part of an extension of your bug out.
You can say that's
right?
glamping, but
well,
I'm saying like, what do you actually
then
think
the problem
you're
is
gonna
it turns into, most people would turn it into car camping because they can throw everything in the car, they can park there and drag everything out. To bring things with you in the car is one thing.
Throw stuff in the back of a truck is kind of what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I mean, I can load a lot of crap in the back of the truck.
And I don't want to say we do it on purpose. That would be completely fictional. Oh man, that's today, and like start throwing stuff together.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fitting. It's like, oh man, something's happening. We like throw the stuff in the truck and
go.
Freaking deal with it. You might be surprised what you're capable of. Oh man, we forgot thing. Okay, well then dealt without thing. Like, didn't even need thing.
Yeah.
Hell with thing. Free table thing.
Gotta have it.
If you come to these bug out weekends, sometimes there's a big table with free stuff on it.
Yeah, especially at the prepper yard sales. Prepper yard sales, that's where we do the big table.
We don't have and there's, of course, everybody's willing to barter and trade and talk.
Oh, yeah.
And so much goes on at these things. You guys would totally be within your best interest to come out to this thing.
Robert Lenahan says, would you guys look at me different if I whip out my Canadian prepper bug out roll? No, you don't have to. I would not look at you differently. It is a piece of kit just like anything else. Everybody has their go-tos. And,
he didn't make it.
No.
So he just...
I think actually he had it made. He advanced...
No, not him. It's like, so you got someone Canadian preppers, like what?
Well, he actually designed a bug out roll, he called it.
He made that himself.
Well, I don't think I think he maybe stitched the prototype and then has some probably cheap Chinese company make the thing and send it back to him.
So that's some pharaoh built the pyramid shit.
Yeah.
Your CP gear is totally cool, man. He didn't make it with his bare hands. It ain't his.
The smaller your bug out bag, the bigger your knowledge. The bigger your bug out bag, the less knowledge you need to implement because you have more gear.
Right? The harder a time you're gonna have. I cannot stress enough that you really want to try and there's a learning curve, but you gotta boil out stuff you don't need or just don't use. you guilt yourself. Okay, you're like, well, I bought the thing. I at least got to go out and use it. And yes,
Absolutely.
do that. But at the end of the day, you got to realize like what you use and what you don't, and what is good and what's not, and pass it along. Get rid of it. Don't carry it. Whatever it is you got to do, because the lighter and smaller you can be, the less crap you have to take care of. Instead of like having to bug out, it turns into like moving.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. If you're bugging out and you're on foot, you're looking to get as far away from where you are as quick as possible. So strapping a 65-pound bug out bag on your back and trying to walk is going to be painful. Some folks are going to have heart attacks half a mile in. Some folks are going to make it and have a heart attack. Some folks ain't going to make it. They're going to stop on the side of the road and start dumping crap out of their bag that they don't need immediately. You see this oftentimes along like the Appalachian Trail, especially at the starting points. They're all over the place. Oh, thank you, my mother Spark. Appreciate it. Do you carry a tent and sleeping bag in your bug out bag? So I have my big camping bag that I take out when I go on pack camping trips. That's the big bag, right? And everybody thinks that's, your bug out bag. That's not really my bug out bag. That's my camping bag with all of my stuff in it. If I had to take that, I could. But like Jay Creature said, 65 pounds, you're killing yourself. You're literally killing yourself on that walk.
You end up deciding what you are willing to carry.
You're not going to be worth a shit when you get where you're going. When I carried that 65-pound pack up the mountain, when I got to the top, I'm glad I only had to walk back and forth a couple hundred yards between the camps the whole weekend because my legs were shot, absolutely shot. I was handing out food to everybody. I'm like, here, eat this, here, eat this, here, eat
Please,
this. I'm not carrying anything back down. I'm dumping it out for the squirrels. I was not bringing that crap back down with me.
But it's how you learn.
Yeah. And I mean, you go light, you go fast, you go far away from where the danger is. It's a big one. I typically carry in my bag a lightweight hammock and a lightweight tarp and some cordage, a couple of tent stakes, and I've got really comfortable shelter.
So I have redundant, depending on like what, like you say, like, well, when Jay Creature said like, we're going to do the how would he call it? It's up there, Devil's Path or something.
Yep.
Wherever it is. I have instead of carrying a tent, depending on like going up into the mountains, a tent might be a thing you want.
Yeah.
But otherwise I have a Texas bushcraft survival tarp.
Yeah.
Super thick, all kinds of grommets, real heavy duty. And the one feature I thought is cool about it is it's foil coated on one side.
Okay, so it reflects your heat.
Right, so it's green on the outside, foil on the, and dudes were showing off that if you really wanted to be like this bright mirror, you could actually reflect the
try and
heat away,
get attention,
and or keep like the heat off.
Okay, so summertime,
or like a desert condition possibly. It's all about like finding, for me, my game, my shtick is to find items that have multiple different uses. Try to keep the camp set up simple. It's easy as it can be. If it starts to rain, you don't want to be bogged down with 100 poles and stakes and all this nonsense. I learned that at the last thing we just did that you guys will see one of these days.
That's right.
But I set up this little tent that's supposed to be simple, and it is, but it takes a long time to like pull out and get right and do it the way it needs to be. Neck.
And that comes with practice. Mm-hmm. If this is the second or third time you've ever set something up, and it's been a year since you've done it the last time, those are perishable skills. You're not going to remember where everything goes, and things like that. And it's tough to, be able to do it efficiently because you're not doing it all the time. It's real easy to put a pole in the wrong spot. It's real easy to put all kinds of things in the wrong place and screw something up. The more you practice with it,
here it is,
the better.
I'm going to screen share this because some questions about it. The Texas Bushcraft, get us out the way for you.
There you go.
Texas Bushcraft Emergency Camp Tarp Waterproof 10x10 Emergency Shelter for Backpacking and Hiking.
Yep. What's the weight on that thing, Livingston? Man,
Let's scroll on down to...
let's see. Keep going. 14 nylon loops, 5 ridge lines. Ooh, it's got the goods. It says it's lightweight.
So much going on here. But yeah, she's a beaut, Clark.
Yep. These things are fantastic.
Go to Amazon, type in Texas Bushcraft. I like it a whole lot.
And if you guys have a hammock, these things work fantastic for over top of a hammock.
That one is, I actually found it a little pricey, and what I hoped, I was like, well, this better be good for this price, and it is. There are many variations on this very product that are
I have
within
the
all
I
kinds
have
of
the
budgets.
the DD tarp like this. I have what's the other one? The one Tigress bulwark tarp like this.
They're all like in the same family.
Yeah, and then I have a monster DD 4x4 tarp. That thing is humongous. You can fold it into a tent if you need to.
And
Actually, Livingston, man, if you scroll down, there's the little setup thing at the bottom there. You can show the folks.
Thing.
Keep going. Right there. That's all the different styles.
I'll screen share back to you. So these are all the things you could potentially do with the thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Amazon affiliate link. No Amazon affiliate link.
I'm showing you this. I straight up bought this thing with my own money. No commission here. I just think it's a dope product.
Yep.
But like I said, so many variations on the same thing.
Right.
What works for you?
Yeah. To each their own. Everybody's got their own thing that they do. Everybody's got their own style. So, to each your own. Tarp should be stored on the outside of your pack. Rapid deployment. You can store it wet outside. That's great advice, Jake Creature. Militant Farmer says it looks just like my AquaQuest tarp.
Yeah, like I said, they're kind of all the same. It's just depending on.
They go by so many different names. And depending upon what you want to spend on one of these things, I mean, you can spend a lot of freaking money on a tarp.
It's my favorite go-to way of setting up a little camp. So I wanted to just get like what I hoped by the price was going to be like a good one, like buy once, cry once, something like that. It's almost $100 tarp.
Yep.
But okay, let's do it. And it is. It's I like it. I think it's awesome. But they're almost kind of all created equal, You guys do you, okay? Don't be like Livingston, man. I bought that thing and it sucked. I'm like, I didn't make it. You know.
So XMYC Prepper said that he has a light fighter tent also. I think those things are fantastic. And it's all about the mood that I'm in. If I feel like hanging in a hammock, I'm gonna hang in a hammock. If I feel like pitching a little tent, I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna do it. Sometimes, Militant Farmer style. He just does the tarp and the bivy sack, and good to go. Good to go. That and a camp mat. Everybody does their own thing. The prepared Irishman comes out and bushcrafts himself a shelter and builds a fireplace.
Yeah.
And a couple more outings, and he's gonna have himself a log cabin over there. So he'll be sitting pretty in the woods. Grateful Prep says, I'm going to get one. Thanks for the recommendation. Good piece of gear.
It really is.
Some cordage and some tent stakes. I mean, you don't even really need the tent stakes. You can make those out of sticks.
If you're on your way to, I'm just gonna say this one. I'm again totally not a paid promotion. I just stand by the product because I think it's good and I've used it. Just go to Amazon, type in Texas Bushcraft. It's like the tarp, and while you're there, get yourself 100 feet of like 550 cord, and you can make a shelter out of that.
Yeah, just
those two items alone.
Yep, you don't need a whole lot. Gear Guy says, anyone here from Dutchess County? Hey, Gear Guy, how are you? I'm from Dutchess County.
Can't stand them Dutchess County people.
Sorry.
Snooty.
Didn't mean to do that.
Snooty.
Didn't mean to do that to you.
Like so holier than thou. You know what?
So we've passed our time allotment for the evening here at Livingston, man, and we would like to let everybody know that we will not be live on Totalitarian Tuesday. No, we put Totalitarian Tuesday to bed. It's done. It's done. Totalitarian. I can't even say it. It makes me sad.
You don't need to. Forget it.
Sad.
Act like it never. You know what?
It didn't happen.
Don't cry because it ended. Smile because it happened.
That's right. But in an effort to bring you guys more good old-fashioned, regular old YouTube videos, we have decided to put Totalitarian Tuesdays to bed. Yeah. Oh, what are you doing to us, Livingston?
Well, I was imagining like if I were to just like, apocalypse these people, like drop the veil.
Oh, see everything behind the line.
You're gonna just drop the veil.
Behind the wire.
If I hit this button right here, truth.
Oh,
happens.
yeah. All the facade goes away. The facade crumbles. Danielle says, why not freaking Friday? Hey.
I'm going to hit the button.
Eric says he likes us live 2 times a week. Well, we try. We're gonna do what we can.
Well, I mean, so the idea is that, when we premiere like a video from the field, we went on a fact-finding expedition and we came back.
We'll be right there with you.
We'll be right there with you guys.
Absolutely.
It'll be the same experience, same length, maybe not an hour long.
Well, you get to yell at me in the chat.
Yeah, we'll be there with you still. And
a wall of Bud Light. Militant Farmer says you won't. No, he will. He totally will. Then I can show you the bucket before we go.
Do you want
to see the bucket?
One in the chat.
I'll make the camouflage go away.
One in the chat if you want the truth. One in the chat.
Give him the truth.
You want the truth?
Grateful Prep says once a week is good.
The truth. They can't even handle the truth. Look at
once a week live stream to hang out with everybody. And then we really want to get back to showing off the gear and testing things out and showing you guys how these things work. We've had the bushcraft militant farmer.
We got one. Here comes the truth.
We've had a lot of gear that we've acquired over the past 31 weeks or so. Jay Creature says 227.
That was the secret passcode.
Yep,
Truth
that was it.
Activated.
There it is. Let it rip.
Boy, this is going to hurt you guys more than it's going to hurt me.
Yep. Oh, it's green and ugly. Isn't it hideous? It's hideous.
You see what the AI was concealing from you?
Yeah, but now you can see the Peak Refuel Base Camp bucket. 24 servings of Peak Refuel for you. And this one's still available. So,
system coming back online. Minor glitch detected.
Teresa says she's excited for the videos to return. I am too. I am really excited about
It's been, because it was a cold, like crappy winter, and honestly, I didn't feel like leaving the house.
Yep.
The dandelions are blooming, the bees are buzzing, the birds are singing. We're gonna get back outside and start giving you guys
Gotta do it, man.
The quality content you deserve.
That's right. No Bud Light, Smoky Blazer. No Bud Light.
Never again.
No. Or craft beers.
Hashtag never again. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for everything. We love you so much.
And we will catch y'all on the next We All Gonna Die Wednesday.
32, baby.
That's right.
Good night.
Stay safe, folks.